We are back. It's another week of the federal trial against disgraced music mogul Sean Combs. The jury was shown an actual freak-off tape today with adult content. We will get into that and everything. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. The judge slept on it and went through with what he telegraphed Friday, which was waving goodbye and kicking juror number 6 off the jury over inconsistent disclosures about where he lives and with whom. Don't worry, though, there are lots of alternates, and juror number 6 has already been replaced. This might not be good for Diddy. Juror number 6 was replaced by the first alternate juror, who is a 57-year-old white man. He's a manufacturing architect with a master's degree in mechanical engineering. I would say maybe not his fan base. And then things got even crazier today. The judge said there was an issue with another juror, but it's unrelated to the dismissed juror. Judge Subramanian said they would further question this other juror after the jury was dismissed in the afternoon. And up first today on the witness stand in the federal trial where this guy is facing trafficking, racketeering, and prostitution charges, a paralegal who works for the prosecutors. They will be speaking about charts that summarize evidence. Ananya Sankar testified that she reviewed the accuracy of government charts that summarize the exhibits. She said that she reviewed hundreds and hundreds of pages of documents that included text messages, call logs, audio files, videos, and images. This person, who works for the Southern District of New York, is what is called a summary witness, a government employee used by the prosecution to not just submit summary charts into evidence, but also to work as a vehicle to also submit text messages and other information that hasn't been discussed in testimony yet. Several text messages from his former chief of staff, Christina Coram, were discussed, including one in which she was talking to one of his assistants about an escort. Another text exchange included instructions from Christina to an assistant on setting up Diddy's hotel room for a freak-off. Christina is a co-conspirator, according to the prosecution. She participated in the Combs enterprise, and they contend conspired to protect Diddy's reputation and cover up his crimes. Christina Coram was also, according to these text messages, an intermediary with his drug dealer. What the job called for. This text exchange was hilarious. Christina messaged one of Diddy's assistants, "Heads up, he's probably about to do Wild King tonight." The assistant replied, "Shoot, but, S-H-I-T. Need to re-up on baby oil." We also see text messages between Christina and Diddy's travel arranger, setting up a flight for Jane, his ex. Another text exchange included Diddy's request for 15 Molly pills. The prosecution told the court that the messages were taken from electronic devices seized from Coram. In a 2018 text from his ex-girlfriend Cassie to Christina, Cassie wrote to her, quote, "I can't do the violent, scary, kick me out of my own house thing anymore." Christina responded by saying, "Stay focused, not worth derailing." In a text message from Diddy to Christina in November of 2021, Diddy asked her if a hotel room where he was going to get freaky at knew it was him, because he didn't want them knowing it was him to avoid any unneeded charges. His reputation preceded him. Christina was also responsible for making sure that Diddy always had a lot of cash on hand. The court was also shown texts where Jane, his ex, complained to Christina that Diddy was threatening to show her baby daddy some freak-off tapes. Coram told Jane that she had not seen Diddy in 2 days and would call her. In a 2017 text exchange from Cassie to Christina, Cassie said, "What the F?" letting her know that Diddy had just dragged her by her hair and she didn't feel safe. Coram asked Cassie if she was okay. She responded, "No, but you should talk to him. I'm sure you don't want to get involved, but no one deserves being dragged by the hair. I don't have my stuff. I don't even have money. I'm effed," Cassie said in a follow-up message. And Christina responded with, "I will try to talk to him when he's up." Christina, in another text exchange, was complaining to Diddy about the damage charges for hotel rooms. Phone records show that in February of last year, Diddy called Mia, one of his former employees and a victim of his, she testified, 6 times in one day he called her trying to reach her, and then messaged her apologizing for blowing up her phone, adding that he needed to clear up a few things. Pay her off. That didn't work, thankfully. Diddy also had D-Rock, his bodyguard, try to reach Mia as well. More texts about buying drugs for him. In another text exchange, Christina Coram asks Diddy's assistant who was with him how he was doing. "He's just going with the flow," said the assistant. But then later texted Christina, "PD active now, running to Walmart now," to get supplies for a freak-off. Coram said, "Wild King mode active or Gucci bag active?" "In between the two, if that makes sense," the assistant responded. And that's a wrap on her. Up next was another summary witness, Delisa Penland. She is a special agent with the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York. She testified her role in this case was to review charts and data and ensure the information was correct. She testified about a lot of travel records, Diddy transporting escorts to states to get freaky with him and his girls. The jury saw texts from Diddy in January 2013 setting up a freak-off with 4 men in January to celebrate Christmas. For the first time, jurors were shown explicit videos of the freak-offs today. The jury was shown clips from 3 videos, October 2012, October 2014, and December 2014. The jurors, the judge, the witness, and the parties wore headphones. The monitors in the courtroom and the overflow room were not shown the videos. Most jurors remained stone-faced while the explicit videos played. And that was an explosive way to end today for the jury. The fate of the other juror remains unresolved. This other juror might have spoken improperly about the case with a former colleague. Seems like they might get the boot as well. Brendan Paul, one of Diddy's former assistants, is expected to testify tomorrow and take up most of the day. The trial will take off Thursday for Juneteenth and come back Friday. Defense attorney Mark Agnifilo indicated that 3 witnesses are lined up to begin the defense's case on Friday. They include Vashta Dunlap, a human resources chief for Diddy's company. And that is everything for now. I'll be back tomorrow with much more because I am Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your #1 source for everything Diddy drama. So, we covered a lot today. Let's discuss everything in the comments section.